Welcome to the MS&Me Radio Network. The broadcast shows are for informational and entertainment purposes only. They are not designed to provide listeners with specific personal, medical, or counseling advice. Individuals with a medical issue should always consult their healthcare provider. MS&Me is not responsible for content of individual shows. The views expressed by show host or the guest are their own. Enjoy the show.
Hey y'all, and welcome to Straight Up with MS and all its crazy little circles here on MS&Me Radio, brought to you by the MS Global Support Network. I'm your host, Patty Long, and you can find me on Twitter at MSNit for Life. That's MSENIT, the number 4, LIFE. And I chose the name MS&It for Life because that's what we're doing. And it's really for a life. You know, we need to be to find a new life. And I hate to put it that way, but that is exactly what it is. We kind of let go of that past life that we had and forget about it in a way. For a long time, I didn't want to remember anything from my past. I really didn't, because my past just abruptly stopped. And I mean very abruptly. And there was no couple of years of being kind of okay. There was none of that time of kind of being okay and getting back anything taken. So, I had years of that. And as I would think there was nothing more that could happen, something more did. And even during those years when I wasn't getting any help from anybody here in Spartanburg, oops, I said where I live. I ain't supposed to do that, am I? But, oh well, but I couldn't get any help here. And it was beyond ridiculous. But I kept fighting anyways. Not fighting from a chair or a couch or a bed, but fighting by forcing myself upright, making my legs hold me, using physics in the way that these people do, and these videos, oh my gosh, they're funny, and the babies are so happy and giggly, and I mean they'll make you smile and laugh, but it's physics when they hold a little bitty baby in the palm of their hands, hold those little feet, and that baby stands upright. That is physics. And that's what I used in pretty much the same manner to get myself upright. And I used walls to help me slide and move. And it took forever to go those few feet that I needed to go to get to the next spot to rest. And a lot of times I just slid straight down the wall because I was in the hallway. But I forced myself to do these things. And I forced myself to get up and keep going regardless, and not just say, oh well, this is my fate, And I feel like a broken record on it when I talk to people on Facebook, and this goes for people too. I did not give up on people. I gave up on all the people that knew me before, because those people weren't going to ever get it. They weren't going to ever understand, because they didn't want to. They didn't want to see it. They didn't want to know it. They didn't want to hear it. And, I think there's just that unwillingness on other people's part to believe that something so crazy can happen. When, and I stress this, when they already knew you the way you were before. And I want to stress that really big, because we all need people. Having people in our lives is is what we're meant to do. I mean, we're social creatures. We're meant to be out here, as I would tell my grandfather every time he asked. But we were put here to love people, to have fun, and to laugh a lot. Good, big, humongo laughs. And so, first I had to get my body to work. And I did that. I did that really well. Now, I'm not an able bodied person like I was prior to all this starting, which I'm coming up on 6 years. I will be on the Lady of Avenel selling on the 22nd of June, which is when my first attack started. So that is when my disability goes back to, is when my first attack started. And it only took me, you have to wait the 6 months, and then it took me like maybe another 6 months or 8 months before I had mine, something like that. It didn't take long. I didn't get very much in the way of back pay. But in any case, it was a year and 6 months. That's what it was. But in any case, I lost train of thought. Where was I at? Oh my gosh, do I still have MS? Yes, I still have MS. I am still not that same person that I used to be physically or cognitively. I used to be a math geek, even though I wasn't a geek, but, I could do some very complicated math. Algebra, calculus, writing formulas. That was sort of my thing back in the day. And on the physical side, it was hiking, boating, riding the tube behind the boat, or riding the wakeboard behind the boat, which, let me tell you, that wakeboard builds up muscles like you wouldn't believe. It takes strength. I would never be able to hold on to the rope now. I'm just plain not that able-bodied. But I'm still me. I'm still me. I'm still goofy me. I'm still the one who plays with the kids and loves listening to the kids chatter away about whatever, or watching them draw their pictures. And oh my gosh, let me brag a second. Chloe, my granddaughter, just turned 3 in February. Okay, so she's a little past 3, and she draws so well. It's amazing. There's a dog that I'm looking at that she drew on my front porch, and it looks like a dog. It looks like a dog. And that's amazing. And she did a picture of the family, and she draws all the time. She's going to be a really, really good artist. And she just comes up with ideas from out of her head, just draws them. Or at least that's the way it seems to me. I don't know. Maybe she's seen it drawn that way somewhere. on some kind of little show or something. But anyways, I find that amazing. And art is a talent that runs in my family. I was an artist in the past. And I haven't found my form yet, but I will be again. I used to be an abstract photographer, and not your general sort of abstract photographer, but more of a mixed reality sort of thing. And maybe one day I'll post all those pictures up if I can get to them. But yeah, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy that I'm me, but yet that life is gone. But I'm still me. I still love to laugh and goof off and have fun. And when I was young, I went to a bar and shot pool. I grew up shooting pool at home, and then by the time I was going to bars, I was able to shoot well. So, I always hung around the pool tables. And I never cared a whole lot for drinking. So all those beers I won shooting pool, I gave away to my buddies or whoever. So, and the people that bought them for me. I mean, that's how crazy it was. But, and all. And this friend of mine on Twitter, he calls me a pool shark. And I'm like, not anymore. Not anymore, I'm not. Because my stance doesn't always hold me right, and sometimes my arms are shaky, and all the time my vision is wacky in one way or another. And it's not even wacky in the same ways, but these people that I have met up here doing something that I love doing. I grew up doing this, and I'm glad to get back to shooting pool, and it's a lot of fun for me. So, but yeah, I just, there's new people out there, and those new people will accept you for you. Those new people, when I first met them and was having trouble counting 1, 2, all the way to 9, because we're playing 9-ball, and you shoot the balls in order, and I'd say, what ball am I on? And they would have to tell me, and they'd look at me, and they'd laugh, and they'd tell me, and then some days they would say, the purple one, and I'd say, and which one is that? Because on that day, I couldn't see my colors. So, between all the different things that they saw, or that the questions and the comments that I made, and the goofing around that we have done, they have come to understand what MS is, and they are very understanding and very compassionate and very loving people. And for the first time, I feel like I have actual real friends. They're excited for me. It's I leave. I leave on the 11th for Great Britain. I leave on the 11th, okay? That's not very far. Now, recording day is Thursdays. So today is the 31st. And I'm leaving on the 11th. Oh my gosh. That is just like so amazing. It's just barely 2 weeks. And then I'll arrive in Manchester, England on the 12th. And then Tony Hatfield and Adele Hatfield and hopefully Noah Hatfield although it's a long ride, so maybe not. But my friends are going to be picking me up. Or maybe it'll be just Tony. I don't know. I don't know. But somebody's coming to pick me up. And then we're going to make our way to Sheffield. And I'll spend a few days in Sheffield getting a little adjusted to the time change. And then Tony and I are going to head up to Oban, Scotland on the 14th. And then stay a couple of days before we board the Lady of Avenel and do the Oceans of Hope Challenge. And this is a 102-foot Brigantine sailboat. I've got pictures of it. It looks, y'all, like a pirate ship. So, that's why me and my grandkids have been playing that we're pirates, 'cause it looks like a pirate ship. And then this little cartoon about Jake, and Jake, I forget the name of it, but Jake, it was a favorite for a long time. So we wore our pirate hats and everything. And, of course, they're all tie-dyed. But that's me. So I like to have fun. And that's what we're here for, is to have fun. And the way to have fun isn't necessarily doing nothing. And people talk about a quiet life and a peaceful life. And, oh yes, I have a quiet life and a peaceful life. I'm not out every day. Oh my gosh, no. I'm out twice a week to shoot pool. And then now that my daughter has moved, which has left Tuesdays and Wednesdays hard, because those were the days my grandchildren came and spent the night. But now that they have moved, I think I'm adding a third day out to that, which I did this week, and I went shopping and I bought myself some clothes. But my jeans are too big. I was wishfully thinking that the 2.5 pounds would make a big enough difference, but no. So I have to go back and get a smaller size. But that's okay, because I got it from a place that's just down the road from pool, where I'll be going tonight to hang out with my friends and have a good time and, laugh like crazy and dance and smile and shoot pool and talk junk. And, when my MS boogeymen come out, which they do, I'm not embarrassed by it. And if I get a look from Johnny, I'm like, yeah, I'm a little messed up. What can I say? Which I didn't quite say that right, because I tried to pronunciate it messed up. And then when I tell y'all, I say messed up. But I tell Johnny, yeah, I'm a little messed up. And he'll say, I see that. You got it? And I give him a thumbs up. Yeah, dude, I'm good. And, they all notice. They see things that are hidden. They see the cognitive issues. They see the confusion. They see all of it. They're not looking at me through blind eyes, because they're looking at me through fresh eyes. And I think that is the major difference, is they're looking at me through fresh eyes. And they're seeing who I am for me, not for what I can or cannot do. I mean, I'm shooting pool in the APA league, and I'm only a 2, okay? A 2. You can go one lower, but I am not a 1, I'm a 2, and back in the old days, I would have been a 7 or an 8, at least, maybe even higher. And once you get to a 7, I think you're always a 7, regardless. But I didn't play APN then. I played barroom pool, which is a whole different sport, by the way. And yeah, I'd say it's a sport because it's a competition. And but it's a different strategy when it's barroom rules versus APA rules. And it's taken me a long time to learn all the rules, and I'm sure there's still some that I don't know about. And my friends at 8 Ball, they have to remind me every time I stand up. Despite the fact that I was watching the other players shoot and make their balls, they have to I look at them and I stare at them a second and I'll be like, and they'll be like, low balls, big balls. They'll say something like that and we'll laugh. And I'll go up there and I'll scratch my head and they'll tell me like 3 or 4 times because they know I'm confused. So then I go and shoot. And it's fun. Isolation is the bad guy, Being isolated keeps you from living a life. Keeps you from those opportunities that exist out there. Oh my gosh. I have this amazing trip. And y'all, I've started packing. Oh, I've started packing my bag. I've got 2 travel bags, one for a carry-on under the seat and one for the carry-on above your head. So I've got these 2 travel backpacks. And I have started packing. And I am trying to pack layers so that if I'm cold, I have them. Hopefully I don't ever need to jump into the bottom of the bag where those layers are, but I have them if I need them. And I'm preparing and I know how to pack, so I will get it all in this small space because I'm rolling my clothes and all of that kind of stuff. So but I've started packing and it's only 2.5 weeks. Maybe. Because that's one. No, it's not. It's 1.5 weeks. 1.5. See, I have so much trouble with time that I'm sitting here looking at a calendar and I see that today is the 31st of June. And then next Thursday is the 7th. And the Thursday after the 4th, that is the 14th. But I still can't count from the 31st to the 11th and figure out that this is only 1.5 weeks. Oh my gosh, I've got so much to do, y'all. So much to do. I may be a little absent this week from Twitter, y'all, because I've only got a week left to go. And then I will be there in the UK. And getting ready to board that wonderful ship and having this opportunity to be a crew member on this lovely sailboat. Now, y'all look it up. It's Lady of Avenel, Avenel. And if you put it all together, nospaces.com, you'll find it. And it is amazing. And the Oceans of Hope is this fantastic charity that provides opportunities like this for people like us. There's sailing challenges and there's other things that are not as physically challenging as the sailing challenge is going to be, because the sailing challenge you need to be better than a 6 on your EDS score, and I'm definitely better than a 6. So that's why I'm allowed to go. But, if you struggle with steps more or can't do them at all, then, maybe you want to do one of the other ones. And these things are held all over the world, not just in Scotland. And, but I've wanted to go to the UK. I was already saving to go to the UK. So when this opportunity presented itself, it's like, man, oh man, I got to go now. And it got me off my butt. And here we go, On the 11th, I leave. And I leave that evening and I arrive in Manchester on the 12th. Go to Sheffield. I'm getting tongue tied. Wobbity, 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 whoa. I think that's how Dr. B does it, although I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. No, it was wibbity, wobbity, wibbity, something. But that's his tongue tied thing. But, anyways, I'll go to Sheffield. Then I'll go to Oban. And then I'm going to be spending some time in Edinburgh, and who knows where else the trains might take us. This is just going to be so fantastically amazing. I am so excited. I cannot wait. But these opportunities do not present themselves if you're not out there. And these opportunities can't be taken advantage of if you're not prepared for them. So, work your butt off in PT. Please, please ask your doctor to send you to PT if you're not already in PT. And go, and go, and go, and go. You will be amazed. You will be amazed. Just like my friend Lori, who sent me a message today about muscles in her legs working. And y'all, she's got primary progressive MS. And it is amazing what physical therapy, the right people, the right therapists can do for you. But they can't do it by themselves. You have to be a willing participant every single day. And of course my time is up, and I'm not trying to fuss, but I want to see more of us actually beating this disease and not just accepting our fate. So smile really big, y'all. Smile, smile, smile. Love yourself. Love all of yourself, including your wonky MS part, okay? Love your entire body, your entire self. And quit thinking about the what ifs and dwelling on the ahs, because if you dwell on the pain, guess what? It hurts more, y'all. So, get out there. Make friends. Make brand new friends. Find brand new things to do. Things you used to do when you were a kid even. And enjoy life again. I love you very much. Thank you for listening, and smile and laugh as much as you can. Bye.